The week before PhotoPlus, we announced the new Milvus 25 f1.4. It's the 11th lens in the Milvus family. We're actually now in the third stage of the launch. We started a couple of years ago by updating our classic lenses, both optically and mechanically, to a new cosmetic design, so a little bit more modern, but weather sealed, so protection from dust and moisture. Also on the mount, so we have a weather sealing on the mount, but the barrel is also weather sealed. And we've also taken the opportunity to upgrade 5 of the 11 lenses optically. So the 2 new lenses this year, 35-1.4 was announced in June, and then the 25-1.4, this particular lens, a week before PhotoPlus. And the lens starts shipping in, I would say, about 2 weeks, middle of November. Price point on this lens is $2,399. On this lens, just under $2,000. So it's part of a strategy on Zeiss's part when we introduce these lenses to think about both still photography and also video applications for the lens, because they're both very important to our business. For still photo, we're very much about offering high lens solutions for high resolution cameras. We know that as the size of the sensor isn't physically changing, but we're packing more pixels into it. Start talking 36, 42, 50 megapixels, the photosite gets very tiny. So to resolve the detail out to the frame edges and into the corners, you need much better optics. And that's kind of what we're all about. We're delivering really high quality optics for high resolution sensors, and really for discerning photographers who can have a trained eye, who can appreciate subtle differences between a higher resolution sensor and what a better optic can do on that sensor. So it's also part of kind of our video strategy in that we can use these lenses for dual purposes. We introduced at NAB 2 years ago these lens gears. It allows us to put a simple metal gear on the outside of our barrel, and it's just a tension fit. We'll screw it down. I can then drop this onto a video camera with a follow focus system and then focus the lens instead of, in video I'm not focusing the lens like a still lens, but I'm actually going to use a follow focus system on the side. So we'll have 4 lens, what we call a Milvus Super Speed set. That'll be the 35, 25, 50, 85 1.4s with a gear and a case, and we'll start selling this as a bundle in December. Kind of moving into our really traditional cinema lens, at NAB this year we introduced the CP3s. It's a 3rd generation of the compact prime. We introduced the CP2 now 7 years ago. It has been the most popular lens that Zeiss has done in the cinema line, and we've taken the opportunity to make the barrel a bit smaller. It's a 95mm front instead of 114, a little smaller, lighter, much smoother focus, much like our ultra prime lenses, and 2 versions of the CP3. What I have in my hand is what we call the CP3 XD. We're using Cook's eye technology to basically pass the metadata of the lens to the video file. So this is not new, but what Zeiss is adding to it is extended data. So we can now correct for lens vignetting and distortion in the entire video file. And it's the first time a lens manufacturer is doing this. So if I drop the file into, let's say, Blackmagic's DaVinci Resolve, there's a Zeiss plugin software that allows you to download it, and that can correct for vignetting and distortion with slider controls, much like you do a still image in Lightroom and Photoshop. But now we're doing this in the entire video file. This is kind of exciting. So these CP3s now are on the market. We started shipping over the summertime. So that's kind of what's new.